Hey, Intuitive Soul Tribe. Mel, Intuitive Coach here, excited to bring in your all signs reading for the new year. Welcome back if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right. Feel free to check out your sun, moon, and rising sign or any other placement that resonates with you. And you can find all of those timestamps in the description box below the video. All right, let's dive in here, starting with Aries. Aries, what's above you and what's below you? Okay, below you, currently you are working on your finances. This is an energy here of abundance, savings, assets. You could even be investing at this time, or you are seeing a payout on whatever you have been investing your time and your money into. I see that there is a new income source here, one that you've either just started to explore more into, or it's something that certainly is coming in for you sooner rather than later. So this is what you've been working on here in the earthly tangible realm. And I do see here that there may be some sort of payout. I'm getting payout for your efforts, but I'm also hearing payouts for your sacrifice. So in a way, efforts and sacrifice, but perhaps sacrifice is linked to the hanged man energy. So there may have been a delay for some of you in some sort of financial matter. Okay, maybe this was a payout within a legal situation. For some of you, this may be real estate, the buying or the purchase of a home. Okay, I see that you're really focusing on your finances at this time, and maybe even doing some, end of the year or new year goals. You may be looking at changes, how to improve, what's working in your career or your finances, what's not. I also see some of you looking at, where your money can grow. So potentially putting your money in like a high yield savings or an IRA. You may be connecting to a tax advisor, a financial advisor. So I'm seeing that money is something that is on the up and up here. At least you have this abundant mindset. And I also feel like you're strategizing. Okay, you are strategizing. Now, what's coming in above you? You have healing. So this tells me that some of you may have gone through a bit of a loss. Okay, maybe this was a loss of a job. For others of you, it could have been an illness or some sort of grief or recovery. Okay, maybe a financial loss of some sort, bankruptcy or foreclosure. Some of you may have been knee deep in debt, or you had some financial struggles here. Now, this is showing up above you. So this is what you are calling in. Financial healing, it looks like. Now, of course, this can be healing in any and all areas of your life. But because we have the finances showing up, I see that there is some sort of financial recovery here. But maybe the sacrifice that I'm picking up on is a brand new perspective, because that's that hanged man energy of surrender or letting go. You've gone through a bit of an awakening here, and I feel like you're working on reframing your beliefs. You're taking a look at the energy exchange between you and your finances, you and your self-care, what you invest your time and your energy into. And I feel like there's a new path, there's a new direction that you are heading into. So this is a good start for the new year. I definitely see that if something wasn't working for you in the past, you are wise enough not to keep repeating it. You're taking a look at something logically, because I am getting the swords energy, king and queen of swords here for you, where you're looking at it logically and rationally, and you're saying, okay, what do I need to do to make this happen? How can I better use my time, my money, my energy, my investments to bring about a more abundant, healthy, healing life? Yeah, I like this showing up for you. So Aries, that is what I have for your new year. Now let's dive into the energy here of Taurus. Taurus, what's above you? What's below you? We have some adventure here, Taurus. So some of you could be traveling at this time. You're getting excited. I see that here with the adventure. This is like a vagabond. This is a gypsy soul. So there is a new opportunity here for you. Some of you, it's to move in a new direction. Quite literally, some of you could be moving. This could be planning travel, or perhaps you are traveling for the new year. This is also about excursions and stepping outside of your comfort zone, trying something new that may feel a little bit risky, but I feel like it is going to be beneficial in all areas of your life. Now, because this is also the energy of travel or world, okay, some of you, this is about expanding yourself in a way that puts you out into the world, and that may require vulnerability, Taurus. So stepping outside of that comfort zone, getting vulnerable, but allowing yourself to take a risk here is going to pay off, because there is some really cool things shaping up for you in 2025. And I feel it's very important for you to stay open. Okay, stay open. Just like his arms on this picture are wide open and he's inviting in. He's saying, all right, I trust that this or something better I'm calling in. I trust that this is for my highest good. So there is a level of trust here with the adventure. Now, what's coming in above you is a lot of inspiration. Taurus, this is a lot of invention, creativity. You have new ideas here. Some of you, this is taking your talents globally, internationally even. This is about you really discovering your skills on a whole new level and maybe enhancing those skills of yours. You could be an artist in some way. Okay, I feel like we all are artists at heart, even though some people say, Mel, I am not creative whatsoever. I bet there's an area of your life that you really do shine. You really are able to feel inventive, whether it's the way that you dress, whether it is, in your career, whatever you're passionate about. Some of you, it could be dance. It could be your spiritual, path where you're really diving in here and discovering little bits and pieces of yourself and your journey that excite you. So to me, some of you, I'm getting a strong vagabond here where you are opening up to a whole new way of, Taurian energy. You're opening up to this side of yourself, Taurus, that may have felt at times like it was difficult to tap into that creative potential, or perhaps there was lack of motivation. This is giving you that little bump up, that little bump of, inspiration, of expression, of imagination, for you to really open arms. And I'm kidding, that song I haven't heard in forever, Creed, I think it is, with arms wide open. So for some of you, you're definitely heading towards this spiritual quest or journey to something more meaningful. I'm getting the 8 of Cups for you. And that may mean, letting go of some things that no longer fulfill you on that heartfelt, emotional, intuitive level, okay? Because 8 of Cups can be personal growth, discovery. It's a quest for something deeper in order for you to feel more connected to yourself, your journey, and your path ahead. All right, Taurus, that's what I have for your new year. Let's look at Gemini. What's above you, Gemini? What's below you? All right. We're having a little bit of R&R time this new year. Gemini, you've been working really hard, in your career, maybe working hard, taking care of others, and just maintaining your everyday life and responsibilities. So when you get the R&R card, this is some downtime coming in for you. You may even be recovering. Perhaps you're recovering from the holidays, or you could even be recovering from some sort of, illness. But I feel like you're getting to that 4 of Swords energy. That's what I'm feeling for you, is the 4 of Swords, self-care. You're taking care of your body. If your body is screaming rest or slow things down, I feel like it's to give you more momentum as you move forward into 2025. I see here that There's a mental balance coming in. So perhaps you've been overthinking something. I feel like there may have been a lot of stress at the end of 2024, or just a lot going on, a lot of multitasking. And I feel like this new year, you could even be kind of laying low, maybe with family, with loved ones here. And I feel like you're taking some much needed tender love and care for yourself, maybe even soaking in a nice warm Epsom salt bath, possibly even taking a look at, your health goals and routines, and finding more peace in your life wherever it's felt a little bit interrupted or a little bit challenging. Now, what's coming in above you? This is what you are attracting, what you are calling in, what you are also receiving, help from the spiritual realm. This is second chance. This is about a do-over here. This could be a review. For some of you, you've worked really, really hard at some end of the year goals in your career. And I feel like there may even be some sort of promotion coming in, or a re-evaluating period where people are looking at your work performance. And I see that you could be up for some sort of a review in coming into the near future. This may also have to do with finding a peaceful place to rest. This could be your home. Some of you could be searching for a new home at this time, because I do see a better offer coming in here for you. This is a time for you to start fresh. It says clean slate here, Gemini. This is about rebuilding. You may even be building a home. I keep getting home and hearth, like home is where the heart is. Some of you could be going home, whatever that may mean, coming back home to yourself. There may even be some sort of forgiveness after a disagreement or some struggling times that you've had here in the recent past. But I do feel like there's a second chance here just to relax, unwind, and give yourself a little of that love that you so readily give to others. And I do see a better offer coming in for you in whatever area that you've been working so hard towards. Okay, something new coming in. But I also see here trust. Okay, trust is going to be important. Trust the process. Tell yourself this or something better, because some of you, it feels like the mind was going, a million miles per hour. It was going a little bit every which way. And some of you are struggling with your sleep cycles as well. I see that is something that's under review at this time. You may be finding ways to improve your sleep. Now that will be very, very beneficial for you, Gemini, especially coming into the new year. All right, Cancer, what is above you? Cancer, what's below you? We have Wanderlust. All right, Cancer, you could be doing a little bit of traveling. This is the energy here of new lands, vacationing, or just getting excited about what 2025 has in store. So you could be backpacking, you could be a tourist. I see some of you may even be switching around your furniture around the new year, or you are making space. Maybe you're making space for some new gifts that you've got, or maybe even some new exercise equipment, because I'm seeing like feng shui or rearranging of furniture, rearranging of like kitchen appliances. I feel like you're moving around here a lot, and you are creating more fun and more adventure in your space. Now, some of you could be booking a trip at this time, or you are, again, getting out of a comfort zone, and I feel like you're having a lot of fun. You could be creating a lot of memories. You have the photograph here. You have the hat. So there's some sort of protection. I feel like you are protected, like you've covered your assets here. Some of you are insured. You may even be exploring. I'm getting like timing. There's something about exploring a new path because the time is right. Like the divine timing has come into play here with that watch showing up. And what's above you is you have some sort of teamwork here. All right, teamwork, making that dream work. This is what you are calling in to your life. Now, some of you are traveling. You could be traveling with a buddy, traveling with, a family or a love. I also see if this is career, you could be going on a business trip. You could be working with a team coming into the near future, and it could be something exploratory here. Maybe you work in the travel industry, or this could be a real estate transaction with the wanderlust. I do see professionals coming in for maybe all walks of the world. If you have a business or if you are wanting to connect to your soul tribe, I also see resources available coming in here. There's a helping hand. And I see, Cancer, that things are coming together for you. And you've been wanting this for quite some time, but it almost feels like things are finally starting to fall into place like a puzzle. Like you have to get those little bits and pieces of the puzzle, and it takes time to put that puzzle together. And it feels like you're finally getting to that point where there's only a few puzzle pieces left, and you're excited because you know where they go, you know where they fit, and you're excited to see the full puzzle when it's finished. And I see here that people are celebrating, right? You are going to be celebrating with someone or a group of folks here. And all of you are having, I'm getting like the time of your life. Yeah, you're having the time of your life. Team projects feel like they're fun. Group efforts, something coming together here. Some of you are traveling or going to meet or be with family as well. This is going to be a really good time. All right, Cancer. Let's look at Leo. Leo, what are you bringing in? New year. What's above you? What's below you? All right, what's below you? You have this beautiful divine guidance. Now, Leo, there's been some sort of spiritual strength. This means you've gone through a challenge. You've gone through something where you got on your knees, for some of you, and prayed, right? You were praying and asking the universe to send you a sign to help you make some sort of choice or a decision. This can also be to help you step outside of your comfort zone, because you may have been in a period of stagnation or complacency. And I do feel like there's an opportunity coming in from the heavens. This is assistance. This could be a miracle. This could be some sort of resource, angelic support. Some of you are working closely, Leo, with Archangel Raphael or Archangel Michael. Now, Raphael is the healing angel. Michael is the angel of protection. And I feel like you are, you're going through some stuff at this time, but you're seeing that there are miracles all around you, and there are great blessings. Some of you, there's a loved one that has been connecting with you through your dreams or through your visions, your meditations. You have been connecting or asking a loved one to help guide you through some experiences that you've been going through. Now, what I see coming in, part of this assistance has to do with the inner child, because this is what's above you here, the child within. Some of you, this is about healing that inner child. It's about finding happiness, choosing happiness, right? Because happiness is that choice. It is pain that is inevitable. I always say pain is inevitable. It is part of the human experience, but suffering is a choice. We don't have to suffer. Pain, on the other hand, we're all going to feel it from time to time, but we do not have to suffer. We can surrender. And a lot of you are healing and working through maybe some inner child stuff. This could also be about, having more fun in your life, having more joy and enthusiasm, because that's what is above you. So you may have been praying for more joy, right? You may have been praying for a more fun, less anxiety. I mean, who doesn't want that, right? And I also see there's something around children. Okay, you could be a parent, you could be the child, you could be wanting to embrace life with more excitement and more adventure. So I do see here, Leo, there's magic. You're also manifesting something that you've wanted since you were a child, is what I'm getting. The angels are helping you bring together something you've wanted from a very young age. Perhaps this is a family. Perhaps this is not just a family, but a healthy, joyful, abundant, partnership. Maybe it's strengthening a bond with a family member. Perhaps this is something you've always wanted to be as a child. I do see that there is some sort of miracle, something that it aligns with your heart and it is part of your divine blueprint. And you've known this ever since you were a child. So whatever this is here, Leo, I feel like this is quite beautiful. And for a small percentage of you, I do see that a loved one in spirit is bringing you either a fur child or a real child as well, because I was just seeing a swollen belly of the Empress. So I feel for a small percentage of you, there could be pregnancy looming, okay, if that's something you are wanting. All right, let's dive into Virgo. Virgo, what do we have? What's above you? What's below you? Okay, we see a little bit of romance here and a little bit of family. So for those of you that are wanting love, okay, even though this is romantic love, I feel like it's the love of commitment here. You see the heart, and it's not necessarily an engagement ring or a wedding ring, but it feels like a promise of love. I feel like this is something you are currently working with, this energy. This could be marriage. It could be unions, strong bonds. It can be desire. Virgo, this could be passion and trust and, love, intimacy, soulmates. So it feels like there's been some struggle in this department for some of you. For others of you, I feel like there is a strengthening of the heart, and it may be that you had to heal. Maybe you were healing from a wound or some sort of pain or some sort of trauma. But I do see here, Virgo, that you are working on bringing the heart energies together. And I'm getting the home and the hearth, okay? Some of you, this has to do with family, because this is what's above you. You have the ancestral healing. You could even be healing your attachment styles when it comes to relationships, whether you are in a relationship with, a soulmate. For some of you, this has to do with, a sibling or a parent. Some of you, there's been a struggle with fertility even. This could be a struggle around your stability, but what's coming in above you is some sort of massive healing, okay? Ancestral healing. And I see also that if you have a family member who is in spirit, it feels like they are helping you get through whatever this heart energy is here. Okay, maybe it is healing the connection between you and this individual in spirit. Perhaps you are going through, I'm getting some marital problems for some of you, or there's been some challenges around your love life, but I actually feel like you'll be able to bring them together, because look at this. I just now noticed the heart on the ring, and then the heart, of course, of the feet and the hands. So there's like a double love energy. There's love coming together. There's love healing here for you. I also feel like this could be a love for what you do. Some of you are setting a strong foundation. There may even be some sort of inheritance. You could also be looking at setting up like a college fund, or you may be looking at a foundation that you've built for yourself for long term, because I am getting like retirement or IRAs. You're looking into maybe family money as well, or legacy, like leaving a legacy behind. Some of you are family counselors. You could be marriage counselors as well. You could be a matchmaker. There's something about bringing people together, but I definitely feel with both the hearts coming in here, there's something quite beautiful that is showing up in your heart chakra. So there's love in the air for you, a love for all things. This isn't just one thing showing up, Virgo. This is a love for all things, and you're getting a sweet taste of what this is for you around the new year. All right, Libra, what do we have above you, Libra, and what's below you? We have gifts. Libra, you're tapping into some really beautiful things at this time. This is a surprise. This is a celebration, gift from the universe. For some of you, this is going to be your spiritual gifts are really increasing at this time. They're enhanced. You're being asked to take your gifts to the next level, to expand on them, to open up even more, to trust. Okay, I feel like the gifts is also some sort of celebration that's coming in here, Libra. So this could be a celebration of love. For some of you, this is a physical gift coming in around the new year. This could be from a best friend. It could be a family member. I also see that there's a lot of blessings here with the gifts card. I mean, this is blessings from the spiritual realm, your guides and your angels, but it's also blessings here in the physical. So there could be an abundance of, a new opportunity coming in here, an abundance of blessings. I see that you have a lot of gratitude. You're very, very grateful. You're very thankful. You may even be surprised by some things that are happening at this time for you. You may be surprised that there's a really great deal on something you've wanted, potentially travel, because what's above you is the great outdoors. Now, some of you, that is when you are the most spiritual or you feel more tapped in, right? The outdoors could be your church. Some of you as well, there is going to be, I feel like there's going to be a surprise here that allows you to open yourself up in ways that perhaps you haven't been able to do for quite some time. For some of you, you were in hibernation, you were within a comfort zone. And because this is what's coming in above you, Libra, the great outdoors, I definitely see that, you are spending time honing in on whatever these gifts are. I feel like there is a big focus. There is a big emphasis. Now, some of you are unplugging. Okay. That could be part of why you're receiving a lot of downloads. You could be receiving a lot of channeled messages at this time. Some of you are getting excited about, 2025, and you could even be getting outside in nature a bit more, maybe booking a trip. This is about grounding in January and maybe eating more earth-based foods or plant-based foods, because I'm getting earth energy here for you with the great outdoors. Now, because this first phrase says wide open spaces, for some of you, this is going to be a gift of like a home, a blessing of a home that feels like you have more space to grow. This could be a business, some sort of skill set that you are tapping into is going to offer you the expansive energy that you have been seeking. If this is love here for you, Libra, I just feel like there is a surprise, maybe a surprise of love coming in that allows you to really be expansive. And that's what this great outdoors is all about for you. All right, beautiful start to the new year. Let's look at Scorpio. What's above you, Scorpio? What's below you? We have Animal Kingdom. Now, Scorpio, some of you, you're receiving a message from an animal in spirit. Okay, this could be unconditional love. Whenever I get the Animal Kingdom, if you do not have pets yourself, which a lot of you do, and this could be a really wonderful time for you to give your fur baby, extra love. Maybe you are going someplace. There could be an emotional support pet here, companionship. This is, you being an animal lover. But for those of you that do not have animals, you are getting signs from the animal kingdom. Whether this is while you are stepping outside, Scorpio, and you see that hawk or that eagle fly overhead. This could be, a ladybug that is showing up on your sink and it is negative 20 degrees outside, right? Pay attention to the animals that are showing up in your life or in your dreams or even through your meditations, because the animal kingdom is really closely connecting with you at this time. Now, for those of you who've also been thinking about an animal, I'm getting some of you, this is stress related. Perhaps it has been around a decision that you had to make regarding a pet or an animal. I feel like you're going to receive a sign soon, if you haven't already, that you made the right decision. Okay, this also has to do with potentially a new animal coming in here for you, Scorpio. Perhaps you're thinking about adopting, or perhaps there's, maybe a pet sitting, or you are a dog groomer, or, you're just focusing on some sort of companionship at this time. Now, what's above you is messages. So this could be a sign that comes through. Perhaps you're waiting to hear back from, a potential job offer, or you are waiting to hear back from a family member or a loved one. There could be some important communication coming in from your crown chakra. I see that there's a portal of communication open for you, and for some of you, it's going to come through in the form of an animal. And it could be that day you receive some sort of news. Okay, it could be that you see an owl, and that day you're getting clarity here around a situation. If you've been asking for guidance, I just feel like this is newfound knowledge coming in. This could be incoming news, it could be an announcement, or again, important communication or information coming in from spirit or from another individual. Some of you, this is you. This is you with the important information that you could be putting out, or some sort of exciting announcement. Maybe you are, excited to share that you have a new animal. Some of you are excited to share, or you will be, that you have, a new job, or there's a new home. I just feel like whatever this communication is, it is important. It's very valuable. So make sure that you are paying attention to the signs that the animal kingdom is bringing you. All right, Scorpio, let's look now at Sagittarius. Sag, what is above you? What's below you? All right, beautiful. Sagittarius, we have hobby. A lot of you are focusing here on projects that enlighten you, that bring you joy and pleasure. Some of you are artists, musicians. You are focusing on, passion projects and mastering your craft, maybe even thinking about going back to school, learning something new, putting your creativity out there in the world in some way, or branching off. I see here that it's important that you make your world more fun. Okay, so focusing on hobbies that you enjoy, but also some new health routines as well. So I like the hobby coming in, because this also talks of side projects that potentially could have the money making attached to it as well. So for those of you who are doing something on the side, and I feel like it could be a hit. It could be something that if you continue to invest in, and this could shape up as a career. Okay, for those of you that maybe you have a business plan, or that this is a strong calling of yours, or this is highly creative and you've really been called to focus more of your time and energy into it and master it. I certainly see that it could be for play. It could be for pleasure, but it could also be something that generates income. So whatever this hobby is for you, whatever you've been getting creative on, Sagittarius, for some of you, it's going to be, maybe sewing, or it could be creating even a vision board. For others of you, I'm seeing like baking, or something with ingredients, like mixing ingredients. I mean, this could be bath bombs, this could be candles. So it could be something you are creatively mixing and blending together, maybe even paint or artistry of some sort. Maybe even music. You may be diving into like solfeggio frequencies, singing bowls, things of that nature. So I love where your energy is at currently, and you're taking this into the new year. So you could be listening to music around that new year marker. Now, what's above you, Sagittarius, is ascension. Beautiful. Soul advancement. You could also be getting messages through music from a loved one in spirit, or from your guides, where those are your signals. It's like a smoke signal here, and you actually see ascension. It looks like there's, a lot of different clouds that are going in different directions. But to me, I feel like there's a smoke signal for you, and you're getting a lot of downloads. You are aware. Okay, I feel like you are aware that whatever this is that you're meant to explore, I feel like you're not going to put it on the back burner. Okay, maybe you've done that in the past here, Sag, but I feel like you're not putting it on the back burner. You're excited. There's a lot of personal growth. You're aware that something is meant to grow, meant to evolve. You're meant to take it to the next level. Beautiful. All right, let's look at Capricorn. What is above you, Capricorn, and what's below you? Oh, wow. You deserve this. You deserve this win. What's below you is your perspective on a lot of things is changing. This isn't just one area of your life. This is multiple areas. You have this new point of view, big picture thinking. And I feel like it's because you're no longer in that same energy as you were in the past. You've grown, you've ascended. This is about professional guidance for some of you. There is some news that you are receiving either from a professional standpoint. Maybe this is a financial advisor, a real estate broker, a tax professional, or, it could be anyone, of course, but I feel like you're getting some answers through professional guidance, maybe even a coach or, a healer or a mentor. This could be a teacher, a guide. I feel like there's clarity coming in that allows you to maybe even take off rose-colored lens or illusions, to shatter through some illusions, because what's above you, Capricorn, is the milestone card. This is gorgeous because when this shows up, this is victory. This is ceremony, promotion, achievement, success, rewards, and accomplishments. This is you at the top of that mountain. And it feels like you fell back. You fell back. You fell down that mountain quite a few times. But the beautiful thing here is you never gave up. Capricorn, you never gave up on you, on your dream, on your purpose, on yourself. And I do see here that there is a big picture coming into view at this time. And now you're able to see, what things may have been illusions, or maybe you were even in denial about. And I also see that you have a new perspective. You have a new point of view, and you're saying, okay, I see now, quite literally, I see how that may have held me back, or I see that I wasn't ready to step into that, or I now see what the struggle, the challenge, or the problem was. So there's definitely an aha moment, a breakthrough, and some really beautiful wins coming in for you around the new year. But I feel like this plays out for you well into 2025. So multiple milestones you will be hitting. And of course, it's Capricorn season, depending on when you're watching this. But it is a big time to, ground yourself, ground your energy. And I also see, acknowledging how far you've come. Because sometimes we get stuck in those illusions. And it takes an experience to come along to shake us up out of it. Or sometimes it's someone else's point of view. It's someone that can come in and say, wow, I didn't think of it that way. Or maybe it's a tarot reading that you hear on YouTube and you're like, wow, that just gave me a brand new perspective. And I see that, whatever this perspective is, it helps you out instrumentally. It really shapes you to move in a new direction here. And I feel like this is a winning direction. It really is. But you had to kind of jump some hurdles to get there, but you're making it here. And I feel like not only are you making it, but you're heading to the top. Okay, whatever that may mean for you, you're heading to the top if you're not already there. All right, Aquarius, what do we have for you, Aquarius? As above, so below. We have, you have some intuition coming in. You have clarity is where you're at. Now, Aquarius, we are gearing up for your season, for those of you sun sign Aquarians out there. And I feel like this is extra important for those of you moon and rising Aquarians as well. Now, I am an Aquarius moon, but there's something here about intuition coming through strongly to give you, some answers, to get you some clarity. So pay attention, because what's above you is intuition. There are synchronicities. I'm getting one after another after another. This is back to back to back. So it's not just like you've been praying to the universe saying, show me a sign, and you see one sign and you're like, wait, was that the sign? This is like boom, boom, boom. You're getting signs left and right. You're seeing synchronicities. You're seeing the numbers. You're seeing, the eagles. You're seeing the, whatever it is for you that's going to be your sign. This is saying, without a doubt, this is the path forward, because there's also some truths coming in here for you, Aquarius. This is about answers. This is also about, awareness and paying attention, because the reason why it says gut instinct and it on the intuition card, because believe it or not, those two are very different. A lot of people think that gut instinct is our intuition. But our gut instinct is usually rooted in our fears. You know, it is fear that we need, because sometimes it's that fear that keeps us alive. It keeps us from running into the road and getting hit, right? It keeps us from, you know, walking down a dark alley all aloof, like, oh, ho, hum. And this is something that you've been working on, is taking a look at your rooted conditional experiences and saying, wait a second, is this a fear-based reaction based on something I've gone through, or is this my intuition? So I feel like you have the wisdom to know the difference now. You are seeing things for maybe what they truly are, because some of you were wavering, you were going back and forth, potentially not quite sure, like, is that my intuition telling me that this person is not being honest, or is that my past experience that's telling me, trying to protect me, my brain telling that story over and over again, that person's going to hurt me, that they are going to use me, that they're going to lie, that they're going to cheat, even if it's not the same person that has done that before. I also see a lot of you Aquarians are guided to focus on your intuitive abilities at this time, maybe even working with crystals, because I see the clear crystal points. Some of you could be working with crystals, specifically clear quartz. You may be meditating more at this time. Okay, this is also about directions. Okay. For some of you, if you are not sure which direction to go, should I go left? Should I go right? Which one is my intuition guiding me? I feel like meditating, because you have that word twice showing up for you, meditating is going to help you clear the mental fog, right? I mean, that's why we meditate, is to kind of allow the brain to kind of be put to rest a little bit, because when it's working in overtime, it can kind of malfunction, right? It can. In Aquarius, I'm a heavy air sign. I'm Libra sun, Aquarius moon. So sometimes we tend to overthink things, but that's where you have to really drop into that intuitive balance if you're able to. And I see that this is the perfect time. And people may come to you for answers as well. You could be connecting to a psychic or a coach or a mentor at this time and getting a good reading or getting a good healing that really shifts things, put things into a new perspective for you here, Aquarius. And I feel like there's just this heightened sense of awareness that you didn't have access to prior. And it feels really good. I mean, the energies on here are similar. I feel like they're compatible. And I'm really being shown that solar plexus. So trust, of course, the gut instincts, but also trust in the intuitive. Find the blend between them and say, okay, if this is something that is rooted in my fears, in my first initial response, maybe I need to look at that a little bit more. Maybe that's something that's unresolved. So I see that you are, you're really gaining some intuitive insight at this time, and you're doing some deep healing. And a lot of you are healers. You're called to heal a part of yourself that tends to kind of default back into an old pattern, because this is the time to clear the air in some way and to tell yourself a new story. What do you want 2025 to look like for you? All right. Last but not least, Pisces, what is above you? What's below you? Pisces, you've gone through some shadows. Yes, you have. But you've also come out of the other side. You've met yourself. You've met yourself at your lowest of lows. The shadow work card is about inner healing. This is about post-traumatic stress. Some of you have gone to therapy, numerous therapy sessions with numerous people, and maybe even different forms of therapy as well. This could be hypnotherapy. For some of you, I feel like this is, I'm getting some of you coloring in one of those adult coloring books that have maybe like swear words, or, you know, it just has different things that you can focus on. Maybe that is symbolic for working on some of your creative abilities, because I see you're very creative, and it's important that you take that creativity and help you channel some of those shadows, right? Some of the shadows, some of the fears that you have, take that and channel it into something creative. Now, I do see here that you've dealt with addictions of some sort, whether this be your own or addictions of someone else. Now, addictions can be alcohol, it can be substances, pills, it can be addicted to work, right? It can be addicted to shopping or food, anything that takes us out of the present energy, right? Whether, it can be anything, you name it. The devil can show up in all different forms. We can become codependent on it. It's when we feel like we need it to get through. And I see that you come face to face with something here, very heavy, very deep. But the beautiful thing about this, Pisces, is what's above you is the tools that you have in your spiritual toolbox. So it feels to me like you have come away from something, or you are on the tail end of something that was very quite heavy, but you've come out with a whole tool belt full of different tools in your spiritual toolbox here. So whether you now understand yourself better, maybe you understand tarot and oracle better, you could be working with crystals or a pendulum. Some of you, it's important to sage, okay? It's important to cleanse your home, cleanse your car, maybe get some sage out there, some Palo Santo, maybe even some like Florida water, a singing bowl, go get a bell and ding that bell, carry some onyx or some tourmaline with you. I'm also getting the garage space as well. If you have a garage, some of those areas like your vehicle or your garage that you don't think of, you may be doing a complete clean sweep. I'm also getting moon energy. I mean, you are the element of water, which is connected to the moon. So some of you, like the full moon and the new moon is going to be significant, Pisces. I see that you may even use moon water, okay, maybe to water your plants, or you could be doing some new moon or full moon rituals or exercises. But I see that you've come so far on your journey, and if there are any emotions that are still coming up to the surface at this time, this is a good thing, because you are allowing them to come up so you don't suppress them or use addictions or allow someone else to come in and manipulate or coerce you. I feel like you are protected here. And maybe that's why I was getting the protection. There's protection around you. I also see that your skills, your spiritual gifts, but also some of your skills potentially around like independence and codependence. I feel like the boundaries around some skill sets that you've been developing are strengthening. So I see that if you've struggled with some sort of codependent dynamic, or if this has even been manipulation, narcissism, materialism, whatever it felt like there was a strong obsession around with the shadow, I just see that there is a strengthening of a boundary, and that feels really good here. So moving into 2025, you're going to take all of the tools that you have learned to live and lead a more abundant, happier life, Pisces. You've earned this badge. You deserve this because you've seen some fear. You've looked at it, you looked at the shadow straight on. And a lot of people run from that. A lot of people numb it. They hide from it. They kind of put it behind the curtain or put it under the rug. They don't want to look at it. They don't want to deal with it because it's heavy. It's hard, but not you. It's like you've seen something up close and personal, probably a little too personal at times, but I feel like it's made you a better healer. It's made you a better mother or father or friend or wife or spouse. It's made you a better version of you, Pisces. And I feel like you are that much more lovable because of what you've seen and what you've gone through. But make sure that you're channeling that into ways to have a better life. Don't let it define you in a negative way or bring you down. Take what you've learned, take what you've gone through, and let that be the catalyst to living the best life possible for yourself. That is what I have for you, Pisces. So overall energies for 2025, the new year. Last but not least, let's just do a small collective read here. Collective energy, what is above you? We're going to get 2, timing and self-love. And what is below you here, we have law of attraction and soul lessons. All right, collective, you've gone through a lot. This is karma. This is strength, learning, and teaching. But I see here that through some soul lessons. It feels like you've at times struggled to keep that mindset abundant. It felt like at times you weren't sure if you were attracting it, if it was, something that you were doing wrong. I feel like there was really a struggle between why is this happening to me, right? And you may have even fell into a victim mentality from time to time, which we all do, but we pick ourselves up and we dust off and we try again. And I feel like that's what you've done here. It's like you've picked up the pieces of something, you've learned some valuable lessons, but now what you are attracting is something quite magnificent. What is this? It's this piece of self-love that no one else can ever give you. This is what you give yourself, collective. This is the energy of compassion, rest, acceptance, self-care and healing, a time to really go within and for you to rebuild that sense of confidence that may have been taken from you, or you may have just kind of shoved it to the wayside. That confidence piece, you kind of just forgot. And then, after time, it feels like, wait a second, where's that confidence that I once had? And I feel like you kind of had to go looking for it again. You kind of had to rebuild it back up. That's why you have the timing card here. But this tells me that results are coming in. Your patience is paying off. There's something that is for you and only you, collective. This is a part of what you have wanted for quite some time, not for anybody else, right? It's not for your family or your children or your spouse or, the people you work with. And that doesn't make you selfish, but this is something solely for you. And I feel like you're attracting it into your life because you have helped others so much. You have taken care of others so much. And I feel like you're grateful. You're grateful and they're grateful. But I see that there's something beautiful in the works here. Spirit, can we get one more? What is this in the works? What is this all about? Soul purpose. Beautiful. This has to do with your calling. It has to do with your awakening. It is meaning, really feeling like there is, a reason why you've gone through everything that you've gone through, but also you're being guided. There's something about discovering you, discovering bits and pieces of your own self. And I feel like there's a new direction that's opening up for you. This direction feels more meaningful. This feels more enlightened. And it feels like it is something that, is for you with the self-love. And this tells me that you're having confidence. You're really going within and trusting that this is a path for you moving forward. So collective, that is what I have for you. I hope this resonates with all of you beautiful signs out there. Feel free to hit the thumbs up. That certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Thank you so much for being here, being part of this tribe, this community. If you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so much for tuning in. 2025 is going to be a wonderful year for all of us. Lots of love.